and that's where I met Tracy Brooks, and then started meeting Angelina Love, and then actually Velvet Sky, all my Hall of Fame friends, and then I met Mickie, and then we all kind of like, and I was like, women's wrestling, this is awesome. I think after I got out of Minnesota, because then I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 2003 to pursue TNA at the Nashville Fairgrounds. And that's where I met Tracy Brooks, and then started meeting Angelina Love, and then, actually Velvet Sky, all my Hall of Fame friends. And then I met Mickie, and then we all kind of like, and I was like, women's wrestling, this is awesome. So from 2003 till about, and then, so that 2 years, 2003 to 2005, right before I got to OVW, I think that 2 years was just like, it was all about women's wrestling. And then I got to meet a lot more girls, and I was like, oh, damn, this is pretty cool.
That's really neat. Like, that's, looking back on the chapters of your life, your career, how far you've come, I always say the people who have it, the people that are hungry, you could drop them in any era, anytime, they'll figure it out. They'll make it happen. And you finding kind of people to help, each other up each other's game, you always seem to have the courage to move and go where the action was. TNA prompted you to go to Nashville. What was that scene like early on, and what kind of adversities or obstacles did you encounter?
Yeah, because I started going when I still lived in Minnesota. There was a group of us. It was Ken Anderson, Davari, even Colt Cabana was there, and Aries, and we would all drive. Like, we'd come from Minnesota, pick people up in Chicago, and head to Nashville for TNA when they were still at the fairgrounds. And that was probably 2002 I started going there. And then I don't know why, I just in 2003 I'm kind of thinking I just did it on my own. I was like, what's it gotta hurt? My parents always supported me, packed up my truck, and I wasn't afraid to, like, I don't know. Looking back, I was like, I did some, like, kind of probably not the smartest things, but like just driving around just by myself, like, what the sleeping at truck stops, like,
right.
I kind of cringe sometimes. I'm like, ugh,
You made it though.
Yeah, I did it, and then I didn't know where I was gonna sleep. I didn't know where I was gonna live. Like, and a lot of people are scared of that still. They don't like change, and I wanted change. I wanted to make it. I'm like, they ain't coming to me, so I got to go after and be seen. And at the time, TNA was just using like cage dancers, and then they would use girls like Trinity once in a while, and then they threw me in the mix. And then Tracy was there; she was managing a lot. And then once I got there, she's like, "Do you have a place to stay?" I'm like, "No, I was hoping I could. I don't know, gotta stay with you." So then,
I was hoping you'd ask me that.
So then she was staying with other people, so then I got to stay in the apartment we all were at. And then from 2003 until like 2007 or 2008, me and Tracy Brooks were like BFFs, living together, and just topping here and there. And so, what was the question? I forget.
So TNA and the Knockouts division, this is an important thing, and it's I think starting to get its due and proper, and it's flowers, as the kids would say. You guys were the precipice for what became the women's revolution. How did you feel hearing, just in some current news, that Mickie James and Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, beautiful people, got in the TNA Hall of Fame? You're muted on me, girl. Can you hear me? You're muted. You can't hear me?
Dang it.
There you go. You just came back. There you are. You're like, damn,
I paused myself. Just kidding.
No,
I was very excited because I was like, oh, they're doing an all women's, Hall of Fame. And of course, yes, I mean, hopefully eventually, hopefully before I die, I could go into the TNA Hall of Fame. You know, but like it's cool to see that because Gail was the first one. Then they put Awesome Kong, and then they put Tracy Brooks being one, the very first knockout, starting it all, and then now these ladies. I'm like, well deserved. Hell yeah, awesome. That's very cool that they are focused on the knockouts. Because that was a big part of TNA. I mean, obviously the X Division too and stuff, but the knockouts back that we started the Evolution before the Evolution was ever started. But I just don't think TNA got the credit for it.
No, it was the litmus test. It was the let's see if people want to see this. If we present these women
right
as stars on their own accord, and man, like you're right, you were ahead of the game, but there were certain individuals like Angelina Love. Also, she knew how to get over. Because she had been hungry, waiting, shipped all over, and then fired. She was ready.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because she got hired by, and then didn't they send her to Deep South,
and then to Louisville. Remember they sent her to OVW for 2 days and then fired her. The poor thing.
Yes, so she moved to
crazy. Like, it was almost becoming a beacon for, hey, if you're a woman who can go, there's a place for you. Did you feel that in the same way like you felt pride in OVW and building the territory? Did you feel that in the Knockouts division and TNA?
Oh, hell yeah. Because all those girls, like you got Gail, Tracy did the indies, and Gail was in WWE and then came over to TNA. You had Kong wrestled in Japan for years. The Beautiful People, I wrestled with Angel so many times, and Velvet did her territory up in where's she from? Connecticut.
Yeah.
And so it was like all of us coming in, and then you had Shelly Martinez coming in as the the sexy one, and then Roxy, Christy Hemme, and it was just like, damn, they really chose that knockout division. Once I think about it, they really chose that really good, because I think Gail and Tracy had a big part of that, because they were like, what girls do you guys think should be a part of this history right here? And at the time, I guess I wasn't even thinking, like, yes, we were making history, but I don't know. It's cool just to be around everyone where we all met each other. We all knew each other. And I remember like standing in a circle before we started that Bound for Glory, the gauntlet match to crown the first ever knockout champ. And we were standing there. We're like, we did it, girls. Well, we did it. We made it there. Now it's time now the work starts. You know what I mean? Like, and they let it, TNA open that door. I mean, Russo, like, really let us, like, and Dutch Mantel, like, they let us be characters. It was awesome.
That's the thing too. You look at that division and you saw it wasn't. You look at WWE at the time, and again, I'm not. It's apples and oranges, but WWE, it was there wasn't much diversity in the type of woman competing or performing rather. In TNA, it was all walks of life. Hey, you jabronis. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to click subscribe to the YouTube channel and podcast. This has been LiMPiN Ain't Easy. It's wrestling as real as it gets.